I mean, you know, there's more to it than that, but they're a cat. And they're adorable, and they are teaching Laphicet how to read the special words. Cool. We'll find out this whole what the whole deal is with Anominat soon, and hopefully defeat Artorias. But for now, we will have to see what obstacles are in the way. A1 gamer. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of jump into this here. Everything looks good, so let's get into this. Oh no, I mean the Dark Souls 3 mod he's playing right now is pretty fantastic. I haven't been able to figure out how to make it work for myself, but it's a good one. All right, now hold on. Just a sec. Not hearing any audio from the game. Wait. Hold on. Shit, I had the same issue last week, didn't I? Alright. I'm going to just restart the game real quick, see if that fixes it. For Elden Ring since last week, they're totally gonna hide stuff super hard now that the player can jump. And there's 1,000,000,000% chance bosses will have attacks that require jumping over. Yeah, One gamer, that is probably true. Yeah. I am a little bit worried just because there's so many like new aspects to the gameplay that they're introducing. Like I could see there being a lot of growing pains with that, but looks awesome so far from everything I've seen. There we go. All right. Let's get that way too loud menu audio. All right. So,
take a look at.
Oh, thank you, Eisen.
This recipe looks real tasty.
It does look tasty. Looks plain but tastes grar.
Show them how I freed.
All right, so we got to figure out how to beat this thing. Oh. Okay. Right. Weak to fire. So.
Try not to let it
Right, only have one fire move on here so far. That's a bit of a problem. Let's actually put that. Shockwave thrust. Sure. Guess I could go back into Searing Edge. Okay. Right, and then it's a lot simpler for the companions. Okay. Yeah, I know. Audio, right? It's so helpful to have.
That'd be very uncomfortable. Now, rise.
By the way, I will absolutely be accepting any tips for like gameplay and combat against this thing, because I would really like to, beat it. Although this seems to be going a lot better so far. The Soaring Dragon, like, when she talks, when she goes through the name of it, it sounds a lot more like Calm than Velvet is usually. Soaring Dragon! I don't think I reduced the difficulty, but this is a lot easier now that I'm actually using the proper element. Those moves are a lot better. Now. Ouch. Oh no! Ah! Oh! Okay, yeah, no, it's still got plenty. No! Okay.
Spirit release! You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fight in order! Disgraceful. I can heal the wounds.
Ooh, let's get this.
How could I do that? Soaring Dragon! Devour! Soaring Dragon! Finish! Breakthrough! Soaring Dragon! Burning Moon! Down! Fire Beast! Soaring Dragon! Trouble! Soaring Dragon!
And done. So, I guess I really need to keep the moves up to date.
I don't think this Therian's
Because I
getting
don't
any
think
smaller.
I actually changed the difficulty. Oh no. Is this just the first stage of the fight?
The demon again!
Still calling it that, Eleanor? What you gonna do?
I'm not letting you go this time!
Really? She's actually gonna kill it? After everything she's seen? Yeah. Just wanted to get a kid back. Oh! Oh, that's brutal.
Eating the demon?
Guess we are gonna get a second phase, probably. Oh, God.
The Therian. It ate her. Malevolence must refer to demons then.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Feeding on demons. I know what that's like.
So I guess Velvet's a Therian, like, officially, basically, now. Oh, shit.
Look,
Oh, God. And here I thought at the
little
very
girl.
least...
Is that
it reverted.
Kamoana?
Oh, damn.
Why did you leave me all alone? Did I do something wrong? Was I too weak? I'm sorry, Mommy. I'm sorry. No, this can't be happening.
Well, it is, Eleanor.
I tried so hard to be strong for you, Mommy.
Oh, God.
The man from the Abbey made me strong.
Oh, boy.
So please, Mommy,
Yeah.
please come back.
The Abbey made her strong?
By turning her into a Therian? Jeez, those happy jokers really get off on this sacrifice stuff, don't they?
Don't they, Eleanor?
I can't believe it. That woman, she was trying to save her own daughter.
She's calling her that woman now, not that demon.
Mommy!
Uh-huh.
Mommy! I miss you. Mommy!
Dying, unable to save her daughter. All she could do was offer herself to feed her hungry child.
Yeah.
No, this is my fault.
Yeah. You promised and everything.
So, should we bring her with us?
Someone like her will only slow us down.
Shit, Velvet.
That Therian is
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oscar, what is the Abbey doing? Please tell me, I have to know.
Eleanor, the less you know, the better.
Too late for that.
I must know. I killed her mother, and then the poor girl, she...
Ah, so she must have devoured the demon. But don't let that trouble you. The demon was a necessary sacrifice to bring an end to this world's pain and suffering.
Shit, he's drank the Kool-Aid.
That wasn't
Oh,
just
God.
some demon. She was a mother. She was all this girl had. Her one and only mother.
Probably stings like a bitch to be staring at a mirror of
Be
the
that
way
as
you
it
were
may,
just a bit
those
ago.
who possess strong wings must...
Yeah, kick his ass.
It's not nice to make a girl cry.
Huh. Nice.
Kamawana.
It's now or never.
Out of the way, Laphicet.
Shit.
Have you no compassion?
This isn't up for discussion.
Oh my god.
Thought you just wanted to weaken Innominat! You can sever the link! You don't have to kill her!
Holy shit.
Velvet!
Okay.
Oh, someone's had a change of heart. Apparently, a woman's tears truly do have frightening power.
I'm just curious about something Grimoire said. I can always kill this one later.
If we're
Damn.
taking her with us, we'd better grab her and go.
Yeah.
No sense lingering in the enemy's territory.
Get gone.
Hey, Kamawana. My name's Laphicet. Do you want to come with me and my friends and get out of here?
Where's my mommy? I'll be lonely without her.
We can get some therapy for you later.
You're not alone,
But for
sweetie.
now.
I promise. Even if she's far away, your mother will always be looking over you.
How do you know?
Well,
Because that's what my mother does for me,
Nice.
too.
nice. Okay. Yeah.
Let's go, Kamawana.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you do about him, Eleanor? I love that. That was her turning away for real. Yeah, one gamer just kick him while he's out cold. Yep. The tough thing is that if not for the extenuating circumstances that made it so that Eleanor had to travel with, you know, our band of misfits, she absolutely would have been him. Like, absolutely. Right? Like, you know, is what he did there, is what he said, is that because he doesn't care? Or is that because he's turning a blind eye to it because it would shatter his world, right? Even if it is that, it's not something to be excused, but it is something to be understood, because that's what Eleanor did too, right? There was plenty of evidence that Eleanor had of this kind of stuff up until now, right? Plenty of things. But she always just kind of, well, said it could be literally anything else, right? Okay, so some mystic arts are of a higher class and cost 4 BG and require a combo of 8 or higher, but they also increase maximum BG by 1 when learned and provide 2 souls after use. It may seem like they require 8 souls to perform, but including break souls within the combo will help fulfill the requirements. Wait, what? I'm not sure why it says it seems like they require 8 souls to perform. Is that because it's the 4 BG to use it and then also the combo of 8 or higher? Since damage from the Mystic Arts is affected by the greater of the user's attack and art attack and the lesser of the target's defense and art defense, they are highly effective damage dealers. Gotcha. Okay. Upgrade. Possessing the Marathoner's Ventite will increase grade earned if another battle is fought within a certain time after winning a battle. Okay. This affects stacks, allowing up to double the normal amount of grade, but will reset if any character is KO'd. You flee from battle, or you save the game. Oh, that's fun. The saving the game thing is not something I would have expected. Okay. Oh, that's cool, Pencil Sharp. Good to know. Yeah, because, like, because the voice acting was a little bit jarring in the earlier parts, because having something, well, okay, having something like a child devouring their own mother, and then, you know, and then needing to reconcile that, that's, how do you actually portray that in a realistic fashion, right? Because what would that do? Who knows, right? So, trying to have that be something that is internalized within the character, and then and the actor, and then communicated, you know, via dialogue and the expression of the lines and things, that's got to be all kinds of tough. Especially since, you know, on top of everything, you probably can't actually get a kid to do it, because they wouldn't know how to do all the different acting things, right? But, man. And yes, a GIF demonstration would be very helpful, One Gamer. Alright. Break soul static force. Hold right trigger with 3 or more souls during divide pain to activate. This ability extends the duration of divide pain and, for 4 seconds, prevents status ailments on enemies from ending, increases enemy stagger time, and slows the speed at which enemies fall down, allowing the party to chain combos with arts that normally aren't able to chain together. Okay. I'm not entirely sure, like, what all of that means exactly, because I'll probably just need to see it in action, but... Yes, well said, One Gamer. Yeah. Drawing something like that out of a voice actor is totally a combination of, you know, the actor's job to be able to do it, and then the voice director's job to be able to get them to do it. And that's got to be ridiculously tough. Like, okay. All right. Oh, that's Laphicet's ability? I don't remember the names of the abilities very easily, so...
Not good. The malevolence is getting stronger.
My. The effects are already starting to show.
Oh, this black stuff in the air, maybe? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Good to know, Malkuth. Right, just the rest of the game to figure it out. But that is something that, you know, like, I am curious about, because I, like, a lot of the times with, let's just overwrite that. Did I already get the plant that was over here? Yeah, I guess so. A lot of the times with games, like, it's fairly easy to determine about where you are in, like, the progression of the game, you know, of, like, how much of the game you have left. But with this one, I feel like it's tough to pin down, because we kind of skipped to the very end of the game at the beginning, but then that wasn't the end. So, like, I don't know how long it will take for the next confrontation with Artorias, and I don't know if that's going to be the actual end of the game when it happens. Because, like, no. Well, let's actually figure out first where I need to go. Wait. Sure, let's see what that does. Whoa. Oh, okay.
Everyone
See
ready
that
to
guy
play?
there? What?
Stop fooling around.
But I'm serious about my fooling around.
Thanks, Supernova. Yeah, because I think what was it? Last stream or stream before that? People said it. Well, actually, well, oh no, I'll just ask again about how much. No, wrong way. About how much of the way through am I? Because that can help me kind of like, in a weird way, like get even more enjoyment out of the character moments and stuff because I know about how much longer I have left with them. You know. Halfway point. Okay. And that's something. Oh, I'll save for later. Oh.
Grim, what's up? Did you come to share something else you found in that book?
Not quite. I'm afraid the malevolence has grown too dense for me to hole up at the inn reading.
And what is this malevolence exactly? Because originally we thought that those were just the demons, but...
The hell? What's that coming out of their bodies?
Malevolence. They're all hitting their limits.
But what is it? Like, have we been given an explanation of what a malevolence is before?
Demon blight!
But is that different from malevolence, or what?
Even the inn girl! Why is this happening?
They're
Okay.
demons now. Their malevolence is spilling over.
What is it?
The malevolence. All of that energy spilling from their bodies? That's what causes the demon blight?
But we still don't know what the malevolence is. Like,
Do
is
you
it
know
just
what
like
demon
general
blight really
negative
is?
energy, or
What
like...
demons are?
They couldn't have gotten far.
Okay, so
Track
it's
them
kind of
down
tying
at
to
all
the other
costs.
games. Okay.
We'll talk later.
Because I'm very curious what Eisen's explanation is for why he hasn't...
The exorcists are going to have their
told
hands
us.
full with these demons. Let's get back to the ship while we can.
Okay.
Take a look at this.
See ya, RPG. No!
Scout ships.
Okay. What are these things? I have to fight one.
Woo! It's a biggie!
Oh, what? No. Oh, God. Okay, maybe I need to change the... Numbers go burr!
Come on, really?
I challenge you. Make a sonic crash! Crash serpent! Make a sonic crash! Finish! Make a sonic crash! Crash through! 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 Take that! Devour! Make a sonic crash! Finish! Here's a nice trick! Make a sonic crash! Spin, spin! Make a sonic crash! Devour! Crash through! Make a sonic crash! Crash through! Max! Make a sonic crash! Crash through!
These things have a decent amount of health.
Crash through! Finish! Well, that about does it.
I won't run away!
Make a sonic crash! Crash through! Blade pierce through! Crash rubber! Shield trick!
Ow.
Pierce! That all you got? You won't get away! Crash through!
What's this?
Are we done already?
Now remind me, is grade the same thing as XP? Like, cause I know it affects like your items and stuff and how much like mastery you have of them and everything. But does it also help you level up?
I'm ready for this. Make a crash through! Spin, spin! Crash You won't get away! Make a sonic crash! That all you got? Crash through!
Come on, really?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that did seem like it would almost be a bit too busted if it was also the XP for leveling up and stuff. Right, now, am I going the right way? You'll still ducks. Okay, cool. Yeah, I am. Well.
Woo! It's a biggie! Soaring Dragon! Take that! You won't get away!
Hey, is everyone alright?
Break Soul Dragon Dive. Hold right trigger with 3 or more Soul Ball. And this is for icing. While aerial during Draconic Dive to activate. Draconic Drive. Dragon Dive out of Draconic Drive. This adds a follow-up attack to Draconic Drive, after which Aizen will land, providing him the opportunity to chain the Break Soul into a combo. Break Soul strikes Y. Hold right trigger with 3 or more souls during aerial strike to activate Eleanor. This for Eleanor will perform a multi-stage attack into the air. This ability restores more HP than aerial strike, making it very useful when low on HP. Okay. 4,000 damage with a hit
I
before.
hope I did a good job.
You did great, I'm sure. I mean, we were all thinking it, Malkuth. Okay, so, question for those of you here. Anybody been keeping up with Critical Role Campaign 3? Ow! Oh, Oh, that's right, I locked onto this one. Because, let's just say that last week's episode has me very excited for tonight. Like, oh boy. So, for anyone who specifically has seen the last episode...
Hey, is everyone alright?
Yeah. Travis Willingham is a fucking mad lad genius, and I am so excited to see how this next game goes. Okay, things seem fairly normal. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, just the waves. Definitely don't ask about, like, where everyone is right now. Huh. Ugh. Yeah. All these people are gonna die. Wait, that's right, I go this way. Should I talk to... Wait a minute, actually, this is a good point. Was this the spot with the priest that... No, this wasn't the spot with the priest. I guess I'll see who it is that wants to talk about... Oh, hello.
What does it mean to become an adult?
The eternal question of youth.
Have you ever heard of the ceremony of adulthood? It's a yearly tradition on this island.
If I remember right, it's totally wild. Everyone throws bananas and porridges at each other.
Porridges?
Traditionally, yes, but things have changed over the years. Bananas and porridges are a thing of the past. People are always reaching for bigger and better things, right? In this case, it's watermelons. Whole watermelons.
This feels so dissonant with the gravity of what was just happening.
Trust me, I know. But watermelons are the least of our worries.
You have no
Recently,
idea.
People have started flinging coconuts.
Coconuts? Those things are as hard as rocks!
Trust me, I know. Like getting hit with a brick. Now, every year, there are some kids who never make it to adulthood.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've kept putting it off myself, but it looks like this year I've got no choice but to participate.
You must have been putting
That's
off. Your
crazy.
voice does
It's
not sound
far
like
too
any kid
dangerous.
I've ever
And
seen.
more importantly, how does it make someone an adult?
There are ancient traditions that say overcoming danger marks a child's coming of age. Some people still cling to the old ways.
You've hit the nail on the head. There are lots of old folks that sit around complaining how weak as darn kids are. The hypocrites. Back then, they used bananas and watermelons. They even cracked the watermelons ahead of time.
I don't think cracking a coconut would help much either.
So that's why you're standing about looking blue.
I'm so
let the
ashamed
milk
of
get out at
myself
least.
for being scared.
If you don't want to do the ceremony, why not just skip it?
I'd love to, but I don't really have a choice. I wouldn't be able to show my face around here if I chickened out.
Well, all the
Having
adults might
courage
catch
to say
demon
no to
blight,
something
so...
you don't feel is right. Isn't that the true mark of an adult?
Where's this wisdom coming from?
Right! Now I can finally become an adult! Oh, yeah! Look how grown up I am!
And getting carried away with yourself and acting the fool is the true mark of immaturity.
Sorry. You're right.
See, I totally get you, One Gamer, and yet you're saying that because of Matt Mercer voicing Jotaro and not Daisuke Ono. Like, Matt Mercer does an absolutely fantastic job as Jotaro. Absolutely incredible. If I were to say, though, who makes Jotaro sound more like a 40-year-old between Daisuke Ono and Matt Mercer, it would not be Matt Mercer. I love how, like, Velvet and company are just running around in here. And it's like, should we warn some of these people, maybe?
Going?
Nah.
Where's my mom?
Nah.
Kamoana, your mother is still far away.
Then I need to wait for her at home. Let's go back to Haria.
Scary demons are running through the village. It's too dangerous there now.
But I want to see my mom.
Your mom would be sad if you got hurt by a demon. Come with us, and we'll keep you safe until she comes back.
Okay, I'll go with you. I wouldn't want Mom to be sad.
Oh, God. And then once, you know, we're out of the immediate danger, then we can tell him, hey, kid, Mommy's never coming back. And just maybe not say why. Or, well, say maybe that she's dead, but not say how she died.
All right. You're going to tell me about the demon blight and malevolence. Are you seriously thinking of breaking the Moloch taboo?
That
Okay.
depends.
Moloch taboo? This is about more than just the demons. You could say it's the truth behind how this world really works.
That
The
certainly
knowledge
would have
can
been
be
helpful to
devastating
know a while
humans,
ago.
Throwing into question everything they think they know.
How many of these people
And
are
so
actually
the Malachim
humans?
agreed to withhold it from humans. For their own
Like
protection.
Eleanor, and that's it, I think, right?
Do you still want to know?
It's not like I'm a human anymore.
Right, like, go through the roster. Like, it's just Eleanor at this point.
I can't keep lying to myself. I can't go on unless I know the truth.
You
Oh
asked
yeah, I
for it.
guess Magilu, kinda.
First of all, this thing, this illness you call demon blight does not exist.
It's just the negative, like,
Any
negativity
human
of humans.
carries the potential of becoming a demon. All it takes
Cool, okay.
is for the malevolence lurking in their heart to overflow.
Alright, so, you know, what it kind of sounds like when they say the
And what
malevolence.
exactly is this malevolence? Impure emotions beyond what reason can suppress. Think of it as the sin buried in men's souls.
Okay.
So you knew.
I'm a witch.
Right.
So malevolence is the darkness in all our hearts. Make any sense to you guys? Any at all?
When you put it like that, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Now, the question is why is this being kept a secret?
By nature,
I understand
humans
whether
are
Abby would
incited
want
by
to keep it
negative
secret,
energy.
but for everyone
it's easy
else...
to turn them towards impurity, creating malevolence.
And wouldn't understanding
In
that be
fact,
kind of helpful?
Most people are constantly generating malevolence.
It might even be possible that demons are people's true selves, and what little reason they
Sure.
possess is all that keeps them in human form.
That's fun.
If the masses realize this, the realm would be thrown into utter chaos. That's why the Abbey propagates the lie of demon blight.
Sounds
So I
like
presume.
prequel
That
Jedi
can't
Order
be
stuff.
true. You know yourselves there weren't any demons before the opening.
It used to be that humans couldn't see demons or Malachim. Not
Oh.
unless they possessed a unique spiritual talent we call resonance.
Oh, that's fun.
All your average human would see was someone turning extremely violent.
Okay.
Unable to explain what was happening, they just call those people possessed or feral.
Gotcha.
Then what made people see them all of a sudden?
And why is it getting
I
so
don't
much
know.
more active now?
My guess would be that something triggered greater resonance among all of humanity. And then, on the day of the Advent, all humans gained the ability to perceive Malachim. And in the following days, the exorcist numbers swelled.
Damn.
This has to be Artorias' doing.
This almost feels like some Garden of Eden type stuff.
But if there's no sickness, why would an entire village turn into demons at the same time?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Humans produce malevolence, which Therians consume and transmit to Innominat. But when we
Okay.
removed Kamawana from the Earth Pulse point...
Clever boy. That's right. With no Therian to absorb their malevolence, the villagers could no longer contain it.
So you're
Huh.
saying it's all my fault.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Hey, what's going on? You all look so sad. It's scaring me.
On the other hand, at least now we know we can trust the contents of the
Right.
ancient
Yeah, I
book.
get that, Malkuth. Yeah.
We tear the Therians away from their Earth Pulse points. Innominat's power will wane, and will prevent this awakening.
But if we take away the Therians,
Uh-huh.
then more and more humans will turn into demons.
Shit.
It's the only way to kill Artorias.
Ooh, the knives come out.
But
So
are you
even
maybe
the truth
understanding a
won't
bit
stop
better
you.
what happened back then, Velvet?
Very well.
Since each Therian looks different, we'll only find them by capturing the Earth Pulse points one by one.
What separates humans and demons?
Yeah, not much. Yeah. You could say even nothing. Where's Mommy?
That's Eleanor.
Cheer up, Eleanor. Your mommy's looking over you too,
Oh,
you
boy.
know.
Yeah, so she is. Thank you, Kamawana.
All right.
Grimoire, I want you to tell me more about what you said earlier. About malevolence? I told you, the subject is taboo. I understand that human emotions create a poison called malevolence that turns people into demons. Is there no way to stop malevolence from being created? As
No more
long
humans.
as humans remain human, no. Malevolence is born of emotion, you see. But your kind must have found a way around it.
Wait a minute.
Malakim experience emotions
Wait a
too.
minute.
But Malakim do not
Hold
produce
on.
malevolence, unlike humans. That's a lie. I've watched a Malak turn into a demon. That only happens when we are exposed to too much external malevolence. True. The island was full of prisoners and demons. And Melchior hit that Malak with something that turned it into a wyvern. Was it malevolence? To Malakim, malevolence is a powerful toxin. We seek
Okay.
those of purity to serve as vessels to protect us from it. It is not a perfect solution, however. If the vessel is corrupted, the Malak is as well. That is correct. So if Eleanor turns into a demon, then Laphicet... That must be what Eisen meant when he said he'd hate to see Laphicet's vessel broken. A small crack in one's soul is often all it takes
Alright.
to break a person apart. So try not to pick on our squeaky clean exorcist too much, Thanks for the warning.
Yeah. So, one of the things that I find kind of curious about this is that if demon blight essentially, right, or malevolence is just the negative emotion of humanity, demons can't feel emotions, right? Like that's something that's been established. So you could say that if they've been so consumed with malevolence, then there's, then of course they wouldn't necessarily like have a problem with it anymore because it's suffused with their being, right? But because this argument basically boils down into, from what I can tell, the question of discipline and suppression versus basically acceptance, right? Because there's a very real problem. If I'll go to, there's a very real problem in that, you know, if negative emotions run rampant, you turn into a demon. Damn. Now, there's also the potential question of like, wait, could you revert from being a demon? Because otherwise, theoretically, you could, you could totally see it being something where then everyone in the world would become a demon. Because, all it takes is one bad day kind of a thing, Joker style. But, okay, you've got these people that are the people of the Abbey that are trying to put this down, right? Keep this from happening. But that's, it's helpful in a way, but for a different set of people, it'll actually just make it worse, right? Because like you said, Malkuth, that if you have the guilt surrounded around, okay, these negative emotions could, turn me into a monster, right? Then it becomes a downward spiral and boom, there you go, right? Gets worse. But if it's something where, yes, the negative emotion suddenly becomes, something that's so vilified, right? And I'm kind of going into sort of the Jedi territory, like, stuff from the prequels with this, but, you need both, right? Being a raging, frothing demon isn't necessarily helpful, but we are people because, there's more to us than just a one-note track, right? Otherwise, we might as well be a machine or something, right? Or if you were to look at, say, like an animal, the animals in this world do all kinds of crazy things, but they don't necessarily have the awareness in order for the emotions to be negative emotions and then thereby turn into demons. Now, there might just also be something where mechanically it doesn't work like that for animals or whatever, but like thematically, that's kind of the the explanation that's there, right? The awareness of something being bad can cause, can cause it to just get worse, right? So in this situation here, you've got this Abbey that's going around trying to stomp out demon blight, but it's clearly not working. Like it just isn't. And granted, there's a mechanical reason of once they turn into demons, they're mindless, right? For the most part, from what we've, not from what we've seen, but there are a lot of examples of demons being mindless. But we also have examples of demons having names and being able to speak and still having rational thought, even empathy. So how does all that work, right? And then as for the society, what is then the, morally, how do you handle the situation? Because since this society is basically on stilts right now, of not knowing that this is the case, that they can turn into demons, and this is why they turn into demons, the knowledge that it's how it works would absolutely probably cause a panic, right? So, there might be the notion that, okay, we keep everyone in the dark to keep that from happening, but that's avoiding a single problematic thing of the chaos when people find out, as opposed to the ongoing problem of it's not necessarily helping by keeping people in the dark either, right? Because they're not able to address it, right? In Rokuro's case, he became a demon without even realizing it. Just all of a sudden, oh shit, I'm a demon, right? Because that wasn't something that he understood could happen in that way, so all of a sudden, there you go, right? And we don't exactly know what the reason is why some lose their reason versus others don't, right? But, yeah. Anywho, back to the game. It's interesting stuff. I'm really glad that they introduced this because it makes the world feel a lot more just complicated, right? Not something as simple as we're going to go tear down the unjust religious structure that is doing horrible things. It's the okay, they are trying to address an issue, but they clearly you know, this can't be the actual best way to go about it.
So I rescued this poacher who'd run away from one of those Class 4 islands, right? She mentioned something about being hired by some chef to go hunt a rare wolf on the island.
Okay.
But she didn't see a single blasted critter on that island, let alone any rare wolf. Place was empty.
Then why did she run away?
Even though she never saw nothing, she kept hearing some beast howling round the island. Freaked her right out, I tell ya. When she got back to her boat, her food had been pilfered, and her ship was scratched up to hell. She got out of there as quick as she could, but her ship sunk soon as she hit open water.
Sounds like whatever's there is as smart and manipulative as it is vicious.
Sounds like. Later I heard some talk about how several exorcists had gotten killed on that island. If you plan on going, you'd best be very cautious.
Okay.
Sir, we just received a Sylph J from the boss of the Bloodwings. She has a job for us and wants us to meet her in Logres. How should we respond?
That
Let's do
sounds
it.
like a side
Besides,
quest.
we need to see if that demon in the villa was actually a Therian.
Good
Okay,
point.
that's fair.
And the Bloodwings might know something about the other Therians, too. We're heading for Logres. Prepare to set sail.
Ready anytime!
Alright. Back there. Wait. How do I get to Logres again? World map. Okay. Oh, well, okay, that's the continent, and then I guess I'll... Zexen. Cool. Oh, right, the other ones were grayed out.
I lost my mother to a demon. Yet that
God.
girl's a Therian.
Who was the demon that Eleanor lost her mom to? Like,
I don't even know what I want
could have been
anymore.
someone she knew.
Hey, that's pretty.
The Therian immediately
like to
turns
look at
around
that
once
thing,
she's
don't
feeling really
you?
distraught.
Yes, my mother... Someone very important to me gave me this. I treasure it a lot. Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
Yeah! Ah! What's wrong?
Oh,
My face! It's scary!
they didn't realize.
I don't want to look like that! I don't want my mommy to hate me!
Don't worry, kid, she's dead.
Mommy! Mommy! When I was her age, that's just how I cried. Come, Moana. I want you to see this. That huge owie. What happened? It's big and ugly, isn't it? There are scary things about my body, too. But, do you think I'm scary, Kamoana? No, not at all. But are you alright? Does that hurt? Thanks, sweetie. I'm alright, I promise. What about me? Do you think I'm scary? You're such a sweetheart, Kamoana. Nobody could ever be scared of you.
Because of what we just found out, you're one of
Not
the least
me,
scary people on
not
the
your
planet.
mother, not Laphicet. You don't have to cry anymore. It'll be okay. I promise. Okay.
That scar. Was it from a demon?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
They
the
attacked my
antenna one
village
gamer.
when
Yeah.
I was a girl. I was so hurt I couldn't move.
With a spiked
But my
mace
mother lured them
ponytail.
away from me so I could survive.
What happened to her?
Well, she died.
The last thing she said to me was, "Stay strong and keep living."
Oh.
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book.
Grimoire's learned something from
Hey,
the grimoire.
Why's your face so red?
It's nothing.
Somehow, I doubt that.
Oh my god.
It's nothing, I swear.
Game. I didn't want to... Alright, I see.
Do you all remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier?
That is an awesome
4
hat.
Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therian shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss. And we think that passage means that Innominat and the Therians will be revived by a chosen one, right? Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therians, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therians. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn.
Okay, sure.
What do you think that could mean? That someone receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therian.
I mean...
Kamoana!
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therians, and then got right to work.
Sure.
That's...
Who knows, maybe
Are you
that was
really
the
that
first one.
surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing to consider is this wording about Therians being forever reborn. This could mean that one Therian will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therians will be born to take their place. Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time. Eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill
Hold
her.
on, actually.
If it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therians can't be killed. Not
Wait.
truly.
And then it shows Laphicet.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, another person who's receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body. So there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therians from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then, we also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Okay, I like it.
Sounds tricky.
We've got to protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good care of that thing now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that case, we should probably work on securing a proper hideout for ourselves.
Ah,
Got
yes.
a secret base or anything, Eisen?
It's every man's fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
Yes.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therians.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therians while we search for a hideout. For now, let's just get to Logris.
Yeah. Okay, so... One of the things that Caleb had said to me when he was, like, trying to communicate just how amazing the skits in this game are, is he was like, Jacob, you don't know happiness until you hear Talos and Jaffe talk about, like,
Wait your turn, moron.
secret hideouts
I
and
was
stuff.
drifting out at sea for
and how
3
important
days.
it is.
Almost died out there. Poor you. You probably deserved it. Say that again, wise ass. I dare ya.
Shut up, both of ya. No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Are they gonna be okay?
Don't pay them any mind. Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
I think Laphicet might
The
be
hell are you
more
doing?
thinking about the negative energy side of things.
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah?
I mean, we're
Some
loaded,
real
right?
balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
Looks like I'm causing you trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it. Some sailors just have longer tempers than others.
Noted.
Okay. Wait, jacketless outfit, Eleanor? Wait. Okay, so... Alright, hold on. Oh, okay. The jacket's pretty dope. Gives me Attack on Titan vibes. But okay, so... And it's tough since I only play this game once a week to, like, remember all the stuff for, like, theory crafting and whatnot, but, it feels like, so if I've said this kind of stuff before, let me know, but it feels like they're building up that, or no, yeah, I've talked about this, yeah, that Laphicet feels like they're setting up to be a Therian, right? Because even back then, at the beginning, I believe the original Laphicet, it was only after Laphicet died that everyone turned into demons, right? And in a lot of ways, Laphicet was that kind of negative emotion sink for Velvet. Not that she had too much reason to, you know, have negative emotions. But then that would make even more sense for why she turned into a demon right then. But then also with the whole thing of, like, being reborn, like, they brought up the, does someone else become a new Therian, or does the person get, like, reincarnated, kind of? And this would be a potential way for that to work, you know, because we have a new person that looks a lot like Laphicet, you know, is fine being called Laphicet, and, you know, yeah. Okay.
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious
that accent felt very
took the lives of the
inconsistent.
captain, then the second, and then the
Maybe
third
it was
in
actually
command.
spot on
People
perfect,
thought the
but-
ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eifried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eifried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, she looks interesting.
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens.
But
I bet
we be
you're all just
pirates.
frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some
Wait.
of us love adventure. Some are looking to test their fate.
Really,
and some
One
are just
Gamer?
searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret.
I did
or
not know
resentment.
that.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Like, is that
Were
actually
all
a
those
thing?
accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Ifrid stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there.
Treasure Island from the 1950s.
Still,
okay.
Whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I
But that's
fought
still
my damn
pretty crazy.
curse with everything I had. And Ifrid and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I mean,
I didn't even look.
Have it if you did.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew...
Acceptance, huh?
They taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely doesn't have any kind of, any kind of relation to Velvet at all. Oh, no, yeah, no, pirate accents are totally artificial. Like, yeah, absolutely. But, like, I love hearing about that kind of stuff because I love stories. And the idea that there's a story that had such a big impact that all of a sudden everybody just is like, ah, yeah, this be how pirates sound. Like, I love it. That's just the coolest thing to me. All right.
Just when are we going to be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helavis are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep. Standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way. Wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
Chaos is a ladder. Okay, well, maybe I'll have to actually go back and watch that film, because, like... Because that just sounds so cool. Because I love a good pirate accent. Like, I don't know, like I talked about Critical Role a bit earlier, but I don't know if any of y'all have seen Fantasy High with Dimension 20 and Brennan Lee Mulligan and them. And Bill Seacaster, my god, has got to be one of my favorite NPCs ever. Like, he's just such a riot. So the idea that, you know, something like that sort of icon or that concept of the pirate could start from, you know, just a single movie, that's really cool to me. Okay, so gotta go to the tavern. Wait, hold on. Is this the same? No, maybe not. Unless, is it? No, this is... This is not the place where I
Man,
would do the waiting.
I heard that the merchants in Port Renede are making a killing now that the sea gate is shut tight.
No. Nothing compared to a merchant like you.
There are people profiting from this?
What are you
course.
talking about? Anyone who wants to head to Northgan has to sail around Westgan now.
Yep.
And those ships need to put into Port Renede for supplies.
That is true. Still, it's only until Vortigern is repaired.
Whenever
Your
that
friends in Renede
happens.
wouldn't happen to be paying off the Abbey to delay repairs, would they?
You
Oh,
think that
damn.
work on the Abbey? They're not as lax as the church was.
So that's it.
The
You're in
Abbey's
cahoots
not
with
as
the church.
lax as
Hey,
the church.
relax.
What is the difference
I'm just
again?
saying, there's a lot of nasty rumors circulating about those priests.
So not everyone's been hurt by Vortigern's closure. Interesting.
There's a front and back to every coin.
Yep.
Except your coin only ever turns up tails.
Saw that one coming. All right. Okay, so I think that's what it's saying, is that I'm actually supposed to spend the night here. If not, it's only 100 gold, and I'll see. But nope. Okay, that was not what I needed to do. Well, okay. So, hold on. Visit Tabitha at the tavern in Logris. Wrong tavern, maybe? Wait, I'm not in Logris right now? Shit, really? Yeah, this is Port Zexen. Ah! Okay, so I have to... Alright, what's the item that lets me teleport to places? That's inside a dungeon. Instantly sends you to the entrance of any visited town. Cool. How do I actually... Nope. Nope. Okay, here we go. Alright. Wait. I can't warp to Logris? No! Alright. So then it's back to the Danon Highway. Yep. Back to the Danon Highway.
The Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yep.
Yes. Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the church's failing.
Yeah, that was a bit of a
The
problem.
Bloodwing butterfly network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up?
I love that we have the
Dove
blush as the
mimicry?
background.
What does that mean?
Ah, yes, please demonstrate
no
for them,
idea.
Velvet.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't
Full-chested,
it?
really?
Cuckoo!
Cuckoo.
Black full-chested dove. Is that some sort of underworld code word?
God, I love it.
Here we are. back in Logris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act? Coo, coo.
I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Why do you think
Oh,
Magilu
don't act
does
like
it?
You didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Alright. These idiots are a national treasure. Okay. Which way from here? Okay. Oh.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern
Yep.
language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Wait, what?
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end.
Please.
The surviving buildings
Keep
and ancient
spouting
tools,
poetry, Eisen.
the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Alright. Man, it feels weird going back here. I wonder if these mobs have scaled at all, or if they're still, like, way low level. Do the enemies scale in this game?
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
Oh.
I know. I was just saying.
Right, because, you know, see, Velvet's kind of traumatized about the fact that the last time, you know, her little brother was off on his own and kind of
I have
died.
some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Gotcha, good to know,
Well,
Malkuth.
ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Helaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by
Wow.
the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the Abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any
Fuck
other
you,
scary
Pooh.
stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive.
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
Oh boy. What do we got here?
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show.
Modulu's?
Man, it was the
Wait,
best.
what?
Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Oh my god.
The Modulu?
Surely you mean Magilu. Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about
No.
Modulu. not Magilou.
Right.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Magilou.
She looks so
Just watching
done.
the beauty of her dance. You can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay.
All right,
in the
we need
world.
a full-on coordinated dance sequence from this group.
This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Magilou's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I mean, you said cuckoo the last time we were here, Velvet.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
It's Magilou! You did great today, Magilou. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Magilou's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Magilou was working hard
so
to carry
tragic.
out his dream.
So, you're Magilou then?
They even have the same color
I am.
scheme.
My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact.
People say they're downright magical.
And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes, that's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't
Oh
go
my
around
God.
picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right.
I have no idea what you're talking about, One Gamer.
Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
All right.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
Of course, Eleanor would be a big fan.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
Uh-huh.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have. That's why I think it's high time for Magilou's
Yes.
Menagerie to put on a show.
And not just you,
And for
a
our
full-on
act,
dancing
we'll be
quartet.
A comedy duo.
Comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Magilou, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry. Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire.
Naturally.
But I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Magilou.
First off, Eleanor,
to handle.
she said comedy duo, so what makes
wait
you
to
think
take her
that you're
down
going to
a
be the
peg
one
or
that
two.
goes on stage?
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering.
No, we need you,
It's
Velvet.
hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Magilou's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
Yes,
What?
absolutely.
Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Yes.
Eisen,
Yes.
Not you too.
See,
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs.
Uh-huh,
I've got an in
uh-huh.
with all the stage directors in town.
of course you do.
For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have.
Absolutely.
Everybody?
Even me?
Yes,
Certainly.
especially
Each
you,
one of you is a
Aizen.
part of Magilu's menagerie, after all.
I'm not so sure
my
about
God.
this.
I love it. Okay, I didn't want to distract from the actual skit too much, but like, I'm so down for this. Originally, I was thinking like, okay, if she dances, then we just need to have like a full-on dance thing with our group. Now, not everyone, of course, right? Laphicet, Eleanor, Rokuro, maybe not. But picture this: quartet. Well, okay, now Eleanor in there, yeah, sure, but quartet: Velvet, Magelu, Eleanor, and Aizen, all dancing their asses off. Would that or would that not be absolutely beautiful and brilliant and amazing? But comedy duos, they've been training for this. Every skit is just to build this up, right? To make sure that they were ready. The whole bit about the Beatles, hell yeah. Like, they will destroy this competition.
Whenever I hear Magilu's name, I can't help but think of Magilanica.
Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
Okay.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers.
Wait.
Like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch.
Oh yeah? Did she go
was
to the
pretty
academy?
popular.
Thanks to her, the rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually
Mhm.
they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy.
Oh,
I
shit.
hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it.
That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself.
Remind me, Magilo. How old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
So has Magilu just been going around with like different identities and stuff doing shit? Cause like Magilu is such a joke character most of the time that I can never be too sure when they're actually being serious or not with like the stuff that she does and has happened. Wait, this is the main quest? Is it actually? You're kidding. No, gotta go to the tavern. Yeah. I mean, in my mind, it's the main quest, but...
Eleanor, I need you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an exorcist is with us, but...
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
That's a good
Correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
What do you
yes,
want?
with lots of ice cream.
It would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far, and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
The prison island.
Okay.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah. Could make a decent hideout, actually.
All right.
The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
Sure.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
Sure, yeah.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal.
Wait. Maybe this is the demon.
Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Was the fact that they're being hidden is suspicious.
You really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
The fuck he was calling him Toots.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Okay.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Eifried would do. That's all.
Meanwhile...
They're taking a while.
Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Laphicet and bring him to the Logres Abbey headquarters.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong?
Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights.
Shit.
But,
You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laphicet. Well, we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
I would what?
Get mad about what?
You're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
Are we gonna see who it is?
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Velvet said something literally smelled bad.
Stop sniffing things. We're leaving.
We just ate a bunch of peach pie. Don't think anything of it. And no, we didn't save any for you.
I can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
Who is that caped man?
I do not know.
Technically, it was a cloak.
But his hawks seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Indeed. The scent is somehow familiar. It can't be.
Velvet finally showered.
What are you two sniffing at?
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt!
But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Details, schmetails.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners.
Now I'm wondering if maybe the jokes you guys have made about like, Velvet must smell wonderful after being like in a hole for 3 years and unable to bathe. If that was actually like talking about this whole skit arc bit of skits.
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Hellevese is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorias' teachings.
Sacrifice
The
children
many
for the good
outweigh
of the many.
individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorias will think of us soon and send aid.
I mean, are you sure you're not the individuals?
How dare you!
The
Yeah,
many
she's
outweigh
actually
the
saying it.
individual, right?
Yep.
Artorias wants to save humanity as a whole. Your
Mm-hmm.
individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Ah, nice cover.
What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
All right. Oh wait, I've seen some of this stuff. I think. Yeah, it's yeah. Yes. So I made a pot pie.
When will the High Priest return
made a
to
pot pie
us?
last night.
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Basically,
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly
it was
is
one of those
true.
Costco like take and bake pot pies.
I know
It's like
someone
really
who works
big
in the
and stuff,
palace,
you know.
and he said the demon was a
And,
girl with the head of a wolf and
oh
the
boy,
body
they're
of a
delicious.
gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say
Sure.
that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
But yeah, if you haven't had the chicken pot pies from Costco, that are like the ones that they make there, with like they're delicious. Take a while to cook, and they're definitely more than like the Marie Callender pot pies or whatever, but they are delicious. The chicken is excellent quality. There's tons of it. It's in these big old chunks. The crust is fantastic. It's thick. It cooks evenly. Like it is so good. Titania, which would be back. Yeah, okay, it'd be back along the Danan Highway. Wait, it's here. Guess we just go to Zexen and then sail away. So. I mean, those things are so good, One Gamer. Like, we discovered them fairly recently, because, you know, we just love going to Costco and stuff and just getting stuff there, but, oh man, like, we tried one on a whim, and we're just like, this is, like, our eyes have been opened, because I used to have a lot of the Marie Callender pot pies, but I didn't like that the chicken doesn't really taste like chicken. It very much has the mystery meat kind of feel.
This is bull crap. You're gouging us just because you can.
Well, if you want to pay less, maybe you should go find someone more generous. Hmm?
Looks like they're at it again.
Huh? What's happening?
Yeah,
Benwick, snap out of it! Benwick!
this person we're transferring is the Therian.
I was haggling for supplies, and...
Oh,
Tell
good to
you
know,
what,
Supernova. Very good to
I'll
know.
give you a fair price. Actually, just take what you need.
Damn.
We should all endeavor to help contribute to the common
my
good
God.
of humanity, rather than selfishly pursue wanton profit.
What? Are you sure?
No. Wait. What was I saying?
You felt that too, didn't you, kiddo?
Yeah, it disappeared, but I felt a strong force coming from somewhere to the north.
It's called a domain, a Moloch zone of influence.
Wait, if it's north of here, then...
The Empyrean's throne?
Did that happen because of something Innominat and Artorias did?
I don't know.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We should get far away from here, and quickly.
All right. But we got to do Maglu's side quest first.
So, the suppression.
Was just talking about suppression earlier this stream. But and thank you for that
certainly
tip about the
but our job
Maglu
with
side
Tabitha
quest.
comes first, and we need a hideout soon too.
True enough.
But the other thing about the Marie Callender pot pies is that the crust would never cook properly. It'd be like cooked perfectly on the top and on the bottom, but then on the sides it'd just be like gooey and undone. And yeah, the big Costco take and bake pot pies, I've not had a problem with those. They're just divine. They're so good.
Could you fit my comedy act into tonight's show? I'm still breaking in my new partner, but I can carry the act. I'd appreciate you squeezing us in.
For you, Maggie dear, I'll do it as a personal favor, but you get 200 flat. No expenses, no per diem.
Oh, come on. Don't be so stingy.
200 is
It gets
nothing
worse.
for us.
Our headliner is doubling up after, and the opener flubbed their lines and lost us minutes.
Playing deuce for a cold house? Well, all right. Them's the breaks.
What the hell are you even saying?
I'm saying we're going on, and you're my straight man.
Hell yeah.
What? You are serious?
I'll take care
What are
of
you
the
talking
actual
about,
funny
Mugaloo?
bits. Just act
There's
like
nothing
you always
straight
do and
about
we'll
our
be fine.
relationship.
Bonus points if you toss the men in the audience a glare of contempt every now and then. Just
Mhm.
trust me.
Yep,
Hold
of course.
on. This is all happening so fast.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not sure I'm ready for...
Yeah, I
You
would not
better
want to
get
miss this
ready,
for the
because
world.
the curtain's going up.
All right, let's go.
Hi there! We're Moggy and Val, your lovely comedians for today! Magicazam! We're still new to the comedy business, but we'll do our best to give you a memorable show. Now, I'm Moggy, the bright, beaming one in the pair, while my moody little partner here is... Hey, what's wrong, Val? Everything okay? You need to put some energy into this, or we're in trouble. Come on! If you've got one redeeming feature, it's your moxie.
That might be, but this is different.
Velvet's got stage
You're
fright.
going through something right now. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Excuse us for just one moment. Velvet, what are you doing? We're
Listen
losing
up.
the audience.
I can't help it. I've never talked in front of such a big crowd before.
Wait, don't tell me you've got stage fright?
So what if I do?
You eat demons for breakfast, and you've got
Pretend that you're fighting
stage
some
fright.
nasty exorcist and give it some gusto.
Easy for you to say. I'm embarrassed out here.
I love
Don't
it.
be such
It's
a
so
girl.
adorable.
I am a girl.
That's it. Just do that, but project your voice.
I can't, and I don't want to.
You're a comedian. You have to. Where's your passion for your newfound art?
I'm not one, and I've never had any.
No, I can see it within you, deep down, the burning passion of a true artist at heart.
I've had enough! I can't do this with you!
Sorry, folks. Show's over.
Wait, just like that? No!
Well,
No!
You've certainly shown me something new. A comedy team that just stands on stage whispering to each other.
We're going for a brand new comedic style. So, what did you think?
Oh no.
Don't quit your day job.
That's what I thought.
Ah, now she plays the straight man.
That's being true to the characters. That makes sense. That was a good development. I was really excited to see that go full on like comedy duo though. Oh man.
Hey, geezer, you alright? What nonsense are you spouting, youngin'?
That's one spirited old man.
Well, it's just that you suddenly got all polite on me, and you were all like, "Oh no, good chum, worry not about your debt to me."
Thought I said stop spouting nonsense.
It's not nonsense. You did say it. I heard you say it.
He did, but we were all acting strangely. You said, after you, fine sir. And I said, no, I simply couldn't. You first, dear friend.
Oh,
There's
God.
no way in hell I would ever let you go first.
Naturally.
Come to think of it, that's right. But he said not to worry about our debts, and now he's taking it back? That's inhuman, cruel, ruthless.
They lost control of themselves, but still have their memories. Maybe something was manipulating them.
Yeah,
What in
maybe.
the world happened to us?
I don't get it, but what I do get is that he said we don't owe him nothing. So my debt to you is off, right, old man?
Same here. Same here.
Shut your traps. I'd be flat broke if I let you knuckleheads off the hook. Now shut up and pay up.
Something really strange happened here.
Wait.
Seems so. And I think this is just the beginning of it.
The voice of the merchant sounded familiar. Okay, but now we are off. But the whole thing of like the emotion suddenly going neutral very much gives me a vibe of like the Miranda planet in Serenity, in the movie Serenity, if you're familiar with like Firefly and all that, where they just all lose emotion all of a sudden and then just let themselves die. Because if Artorias really wants peace, like, because that's the problem. How do you value peace versus quality of life? What's the balance between the two, right? And free will and all of that stuff. And since Artorias is definitely more about peace than he is about free will, it's a good chance he values that a hell of a lot more than quality of life too. And if that's the case, all right, let's make everyone mindless zombies, and then hey, you know, no war, right? No demons. All right. So,
all right, we're safely on the rolling waves. Don't you think it's time you showed us your face, mystery monk?
You're right. My apologies.
I knew it! Prince Percival!
Percival Ilmid Asgard, crowned prince and heir to the throne of the Midgand Kingdom.
Oh.
So he's next in line, is he?
It looks like someone already had me figured out.
Yes, Your Highness. I could tell from your fragrant wood scent, as only the royal family may
Oh,
wear it.
yeah.
But if
They
I
brought
may
that
ask,
up, like,
why?
way back when.
Must I explain myself to gain your aid? I myself could ask what an exorcist is doing consorting with members of the underworld.
I don't...
It doesn't matter why you're here. On this ship, you're here for us to use to our advantage.
Treat me as you will. It's not like I can ever go back.
Wanna talk about what happened?
For a fellow born with silver spoons spewing out of his mouth, Princey Pooh's rather laid back.
Prince Percival is an upstanding man, renowned for both his intelligence and his fair, just demeanor. It's widely believed that with him on the throne, Midgand's prosperity will continue and...
Look, I played dumb earlier, but I smelled that scent too. He wore it for us to notice.
Yeah.
He wanted us to know just what sort of position he held, and how useful he could be to us.
Okay.
He surprised me, at least.
Do you think we're being led into another trap?
We definitely can't take that possibility off the table.
When the time comes, he'll make a good hostage, if nothing else.
Will he, though?
Not if the ones we face are after his life, too.
Mm-hmm.
For now, let's just make sure we keep an eye on him.
The prince. He said he couldn't go back.
I wonder why.
The whole island's a prison. It's like a secret fort or something.
Weirdly quiet, though.
Yeah, I don't see a single exorcist on watch.
The jailbreak was just that good?
Let's scope out the inside.
Let's see if Eisen approves. Okay. Yeah, this definitely has a feeling like it could be a trap. Let's save just in case. I've gone kind of a while without a save. I have not Tales 1995. No.
An exorcist.
Are you all right? Headless Knight's back.
Headless Knight? That sounds pretty cool. Wait.
She's dead. The Headless Knight is back?
Doesn't look that intimidating.
Think this is the demon that attacked her?
Another prison riot?
Kurogane, Dial. You two protect Kamoana and the prince.
Yes.
Understood.
Stupid monkey.
Or wait.
You're giving me a
Oh,
headache.
no weaknesses and resistant to
Stay
her.
sharp. This one must have survived the riot. Roll down. Here. Let's have it. Roll down. Let's have it. Roll down. Fiery needle. Roll down. Like that. Devour. Finish.
Come on, really?
85%. I don't know if I've ever gotten a bonus percentage that high.
So did the Abbey actually fail to quell the riot?
I find that hard to believe. The prison was heavily staffed with exorcists.
Perhaps it was
Really,
venomization.
Buddha?
Venomization?
That makes me feel
A
so
dark
happy.
ritual, forcing demons to eat each other in order
That-
to produce ever stronger demons.
I love it. I love it.
So the demons devoured each other, creating a demon too powerful for the exorcists to control?
I imagine the riot didn't help.
Now whose fault
Yep.
could that have been, I wonder?
I've played
Whatever
Usopp!
happened doesn't matter to us now.
I love it.
We need
The
to
next thing we'll
focus
know
on
is
how
that
to
his
take this
birthday is
place
also
for
April
ourselves.
1st.
That exorcist from before said something about a headless knight, right?
That one's probably the leader.
Then we hunt it down and destroy it.
Until we capture the island, let's use this room for our staging ground. I'll leave the prince and Kamoana to you two. Eliminate any enemies who come in.
Alright.
Understood.
Don't expect much from me, but all right.
Kamoana, if anything happens, call for me and I'll come running to protect you, okay?
Okay, you stay safe too, Eleanor.
I'm really glad
Let's
that
go.
Eleanor didn't try and deliver Laphicet to Artorias when we're in Logris. Like, it really helps show how far she's come. I'll pick that up. But yeah, the actor for Usopp being named, his name's being Jacob. That's yeah. Usopp's. I love Usopp so much. He's my boy. So the fact
Island
that
reeks with malevolence.
I imagine it's emanating from all the big
we
old
have someone with
demons
the same
roaming
name
about.
playing them. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I love it. I love it. You again? What are you doing in this chaos?
Hey,
acting
it's
like
you
nothing
again.
happened.
I'm so busy. I'm so busy I can't even notice what's going on around me.
See,
You're
this
not
is actually a
fooling
Nomina in
Why bother?
disguise.
I was hoping to not have to deals with yous guys. Whenever I run into yous, I always lose so much monies.
Because Velvet always forces unreasonable demands on you?
Oh, Miss Exorcist, your concern warms my little turtle's heart.
I'm not forcing anything. I just think he's trying to take advantage of us by fixing his prices well above market rate.
Price fixing? As in deliberately marking up items so as to take advantage of the less fortunate? I was under the impression that the Abbey strictly forbade such unscrupulous business tactics.
Perish the thought, Miss. Our accounting is always above board. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. No matter whens and no matter wheres, you can get whatever you needs for the same fair price.
That's good to hear. Eleanor, give the nice turtles that smile he so desires.
I'm sure running a business is hard work. Hang in there.
Much obliged.
Okay. So, since they didn't comment on that, I'm guessing in this world, the days are actually just 25 hours and the weeks are 8 days. Yeah, we don't need anything from him right now. So what exactly is the objective here? Just find the Headless Knight and defeat it. Whoa. Okay, gotcha. So just a joke that no one else really thought funny enough to laugh at. Alright, well that's one set of dead ends. Ah! Oh, okay. Thanks, Supernova. That is helpful. Yeah, I just need to remember where that was. Because it wasn't in any of these places. I remember that, but... Wait, that's not... Can't remember where. What section was Velvet Cell in? 2B, 1F. See, it was the deepest cell, so if I'm going up here, then it probably isn't this one, but... Oh wait, no, this is back the way I came. Hold on. The star is on... Wait, huh? Star on the 4th tab? Oh, gotcha. Okay, so... Alright. Cool. That is actually... Can't believe I didn't notice that, but that's very helpful. Be like, hey, this is the level you want to be at.
You had an idea of who was behind
that
the
way
riot.
you know how to get there.
What happened here?
I'd think someone in your position would know.
There were reports of a large riot, but I was caught up in chasing you, so I heard little else.
It was a small affair, really. Velvet Rokuro and I were being held on this island. Velvet instigated the other prisoners to riot so that we could escape.
She used the prisoners?
Of course.
You'd expect different from me?
Right.
How did it end?
We didn't stay to see, but the prisoners were losing badly. At least, that's what it looked like. But if that was the case, then where did all the exorcists go?
It's a good question.
I know Oscar left to report the incident, But the other guards should have remained at their posts.
Well, if they didn't flee, we have to assume they were all killed.
Well,
By this
no.
Headless Knight, perhaps?
No,
Well,
because
no
this
sense
could
losing
very,
our heads,
very
I
much be a
suppose.
trap.
But it looks like we're in for a heck of a fight.
All we have to do is mop up anyone who's left.
What is
was
a
it
Kadoku?
called? Venomization, right? The dark ritual of making demons feed on each other to birth stronger ones.
Eisen, how many demons does the ritual require?
It's more a matter of quality than quantity.
Okay.
Stronger demons mean more powerful malevolence.
The ritual mixes the victor's malevolence with that of the devoured, creating a
You mean
terrible,
their
bloodthirsty
XP?
monster. You see, the newfound power comes at a great cost. With it, the victor's last vestiges of self-control are stripped away.
So how did
So it's
Velvet
something even more
keep
than
control
a monster.
after so long?
A seething ball of pure power and malevolence.
Roguro, don't tell me you're considering it for yourself.
Of course I am. I'll consider anything that can make me strong.
You cannot be serious.
What's there to be so surprised about? Well, look at Velvet. She's already eaten countless demons.
You're ridiculous.
He's right. If it helps me find my vengeance, I don't care.
Velvet? Wait, are you really going to do it?
Relax. It's not gonna happen. Becoming a monster wouldn't bother me. But when I defeat my rival, I have to be myself for it to mean anything.
Exactly.
It's the same for Velvet.
Yep.
It is?
Besides, if I kill a previous victor of the ritual, I'll have proved myself strong enough not to need the extra power.
Yep.
You're ridiculous.
She says with a smile on her face. Okay, so now I guess we have to go over to the right. Well, I guess... No, we don't know what's through there. So, well, okay. We're in new territory. I'm sure it will be fine. Hey, yep. Looks promising. Okay.
The Headless Knight!
He must be the product of the venomization.
Well, he definitely looks vicious enough.
Not as vicious as our Velvet, though.
See, we already kind of have a Headless Knight in our crew. You sure you don't want to just join us? It could be pretty great for you.
Where's his voice even coming from?
I don't know. Look inside.
Well, that takes care
Alright.
of that.
Much simpler than the previous boss we had to face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel something again.
More malevolence?
No, another Earth Pulse point. It must be on this island.
Yep.
I sense it too.
Maybe down in that
Very
cell.
close.
Directly underneath us, I would guess.
Well. So then maybe it's just that once Velvet was gone, all the exorcists lost control?
What is this place?
Welcome to the most secure cell in the entire complex. The darkest hole in Titania. Feel anything, Laphicet?
Yeah, I think this is the Earth Pulse point.
If this cell is where the Earth Pulse point is, then does that mean it housed a Therian?
Yeah. And a real hungry one at that.
Uh-huh.
Every day, they would toss demons into its cell. It would devour its fill, then wipe the blood from its lips. Never once realizing, it was delivering to Inominat the malevolence of hundreds of demons and prisoners.
And you still
And then
are.
One day, there appeared before it a female Moloch, who shattered the barrier and freed the Therian from its cage. But the Therian knew no mercy, and it devoured its liberator. And it was then... It was then I obtained the power. The power to avenge my brother.
Velvet, you're a Therian?
This prison island was a feeding ground for the Therian, harnessing the malevolence created by the prisoners within.
But because Velvet escaped, the malevolence went out of control.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wow, the same darn thing that happened back in Kamoana's village.
And maybe happened in a different village,
Lord
too.
Artorias would never have done such a thing.
Oh, yeah.
No. What's so unbelievable? That he used his wife's brother as a human sacrifice? That he imprisoned his wife's sister? Because that's what your damned holy shepherd did! All
that
to get
voice
his hands
acting.
on Nominat's power!
Holy
I'm
shit.
sure he had a reason
You're
for
still saying that?
A reason? To spare the world of its pain? Don't give me that! Who will spare my brother's pain? Who will soothe my brother's despair?
Or mine.
He murdered my little brother, Laffy! And you'll stand there and tell me it was for the greater good? At any rate, that's one less Therian for us to track down.
Mm-hmm.
Velvet.
Oh, God.
Kamoana?
Oh, God.
Did Velvet yell at you so hard you're starting to hear voices now?
I have a feeling something's wrong. Kamoana could be in danger.
Shit.
But we already beat the Headless Knight.
Maybe that's not what we had to
Still
worry
can't
about.
shake this feeling. Please, let's go back and check on them.
Oh, God. Oh, wait, but first, let's, yeah, very important. But hey, let's look on the bright side. If Kamoana dies, then we don't have to tell her about her mother. No.
So, Velvet is a Therian, is she? I knew there was something off about her.
But it's what she cried out that's really on my mind. Laphicet, is Velvet truly Lord Artorias' younger sister?
She never told me.
If it were true, I suppose it would explain her knowledge of Lord Artorias' training.
If you're so curious, why not ask her yourself? Hey, Velvet, what's your connection to Artorias?
Rokuro, have some tact!
I heard you whispering. Doesn't bother me. Artorias was married to my late sister, Celica. He was our brother-in-law. We lived together for more than 10 years.
That does explain a few things.
So he sacrificed his little brother and turned his sister into a Therian.
But you were his family.
To his view of the grand scheme, family is inconsequential. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. All he did was act according to his ideal logic. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get moving.
Alright. Oh, wait. Is the expedition returned?
Take... Scout...
Nope. Ah!
So it turns out that Velvet is a Therian who consumes malevolence.
And too much malevolence is what changes people into demons. Strong enough malevolence can persist after the person who created it dies, turning their corpse or spirit into a raging monster. That's how undead and phantom demons come about.
Then the demons Velvet killed turned back into humans because she devoured their malevolence.
Yeah, and consequently,
gotcha.
they avoided becoming undead or anything like that.
Alright,
So she saved them. Well, I mean, a corpse is a corpse, of course.
Do you think she could devour only the malevolence and turn a living demon human again?
That's a very good question.
That's impossible due to malevolence's self-reinforcing nature. When Therians are connected to Enominat through an Earth Pulse point, they seem to be able to absorb small concentrations of malevolence from the surrounding area and inhibit the creation of new demons.
But not reverse.
But any human who builds up enough malevolence to turn into a demon will keep producing malevolence as long as they live.
But that's like
That's
saying
right.
if someone slips up once,
to devour any
you know,
malevolence, I
then
need
they
to
can
cut
never...
it off at the source. That's how
like-
my powers work.
Velvet, I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. Actually, I find it convenient. This way, I'll never forget my hatred for Artorias.
Well, that's
Plus,
one way
as
to
long
think
as
about
you
it.
stay away from an Earth Pulse point, you get to keep the power of any malevolence you consume.
Fuel for my hatred, yes.
You keep the XP rather than giving it to the final god boss. Alright. Wait, did I go the wrong way? I did, didn't I? Didn't need to go up those last set of steps. Outer paths is what I need. That's right.
That was Kamoana!
How did I get... Wait.
Eleanor! You really came back for me. A promise is a promise, sweetheart.
But
A Headless Knight and a horse demon.
we fought a Headless Knight down in
Giving
the
off
cell.
a ton of malevolence.
This is the
This
real
must
boss?
be the true survivor of the venomization process.
But what did we fight then?
Oh, I get it! The dying exorcist lady wasn't saying Headless Knight is back. She was going for Headless Knight on horseback.
Whatever the
Sure.
case,
Okay.
we'll fight whoever we have to claim this island.
Blammo!
Okay.
Now I can't help but wonder how the
Ow.
horse is named.
Get close and look if you're that curious.
No, let's change this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Crimson Servant! Got you! Got you! Crimson Servant!
No! Why does he hit so hard? I was only skipping every single enemy in the dungeon. Ow! I just got back up to 3. You know, hold on. I gotta have better stuff than this. Yeah, let's just switch this for now.
You wronged me! Here's your justice! Finding order! What in the world?
It's just every time. It's like an automatic stun. God, it stuns you for extra time, doesn't it? If you don't have any souls left.
Now, rise, arise, ascending, angel! What in the world?
No! I was behind him! Thank you for the healing, Laffy. Oh, God. This guy's tough. Ooh. No! Summoning! No!
You thought I'd stop there? Annihilating?
Ho ho!
I can heal the pain. I can heal the wounds, but I can't heal the pain. Dark and light. Take that. Power. You're defenseless. Zero impact. Out of my way. Take that. Bring down.
Oh, that was her second mystic art?
That's
Okay,
venomization, all right. Definitely stronger than that headless lump of armor.
I beg your pardon.
Not
Yeah,
you.
Exactly. There's only room for one of those in this party. Oh.
The demon from the villa?
No, look! It's absorbing the malevolence. It's a Therian.
Actually, that hawk is Griffin, my one and only friend.
Nice. Okay,
A
cool.
damned Therian. So that's what Tabitha meant when she said we'd find out shortly.
But Your Highness, why do you have a Therian?
It's like I said, Griffin has been my dear friend ever since I was a child.
Oh, that makes so much sense. That's how they
Even
keep
if he's
the
a Therian
eventual
now,
king
that
from
hasn't
turning
changed.
into a demon.
So you knew you were helping a Therian escape. What are you plotting?
I have no plots or schemes. I just want Griffin to be free.
Okay.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The Crown Prince and future king, he's gonna do whatever he likes.
I suppose I am at that. But if I am, it's the first time I've ever been allowed a choice of my own. When you're a prince, you're not a person. You're an institution,
Right.
one designed to serve the state and its people.
Yep.
Say, for instance, you're doing your law studies and your back suddenly itches. What do?
I mean, I'd scratch it. Who wouldn't?
When I did that, my tutor gave me a whipping so hard the blood ran down my back. The reason being that I prioritized a personal feeling, that is to say my itch, over my studies in service of the state.
Damn.
Seeing Griffin lay claim to the skies let me imagine my own freedom. It was my lone solace over the years.
Okay.
But then, he turned out to be responsive to Innominat's power.
I take it the Midgard
That's
royal
why he's
family
taking
is
it
well
away.
aware that the Abbey is creating Therians.
Of course. How could we not?
Yep.
The kingdom offers unequivocal support to shepherd Artorias' vision of reason and will. Even so, if there was one thing I could never permit, it was seeing Griffin locked up and unable to fly. Never.
Okay.
I
Something as
tricked
simple
the
as that.
exorcist on guard and disabled the barrier. But then Griffin attacked the exorcist and killed him.
Oh shit.
That's why you said you could never go back.
Gotcha.
They can overlook a single dead exorcist, but with a Therian removed, malevolence will engulf the capital.
Yeah.
I knew full well what I was doing. And yet, I couldn't watch my friend's life be stripped away.
Your Highness.
He chose a single bird over the world.
Yeah.
Why do you think that birds fly?
Oh, nice.
Artorias asked me.
Nice.
My anatomy book says birds can fly because their bones are light and their wing muscles are enormously strong.
Birds fly because a bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. That's what I think.
I understand.
So you
now.
don't like chickens then,
as
huh?
long as you remain on this island, you may do as you please. But if you try to escape, I'll kill you.
That should work. This way we'll have him on hand if we ever need a hostage.
Understood. I appreciate you letting Griffin and me stay here.
Well,
Griffin!
now that's taken care of, let's build ourselves a hideout.
Doke. Some VG characters wearing equipment that has been enhanced. A combined total of 15 or more times. Okay. Oh yeah, it was a great moment, Malkuth. Yeah.
Hey, Velvet, do you know where Eleanor is?
Wasn't she just playing with you?
Yeah, but then she left. I'm worried because she looked pretty sad. Can you go find her?
Why me? All right, fine. Just don't cry on me, okay?
Huh.
Hey, Rokuro, have you seen Eleanor?
Probably. I don't know. Bit drunk.
Nice.
Just try not to go overboard.
But man, are we a bunch of screw-ups or what? I mean, we kidnapped a prince now. They gotta have laws against that. Broke out of prison, flattened Helavis, tried to assassinate a shepherd. Hey, how many infractions do you think we're on the hook for?
Way beyond infractions.
If I don't stop and count. If you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to tag along.
No, I still haven't repaid my debt to you.
You say that,
I love
but
drunk
you really
Rokuro.
just want to beat Shigure, don't you?
Whoa, to me they're both connected. It's a long story, but I can tell you if you...
I'll pass.
Well, join me for a drink then?
Can't. I'm 19.
Did you forget? I am anime protagonist, even though I am serious as hell, and I murder people like crazy, and all of these... I'm 19. Nope. Mm-mm. The game will get an increased rating if we let minors drink. Yes, that's a good point.
Huh. A most interesting interpretation. What do you make of this part here, then?
Well, if you pronounce it Loney Kyle, then it'd mean midriff, which probably isn't right. Maybe Muse Mila?
Well, that would make this passage read, Pornges are nummy.
Okay. Yeah, that's not right
Could be
either.
right.
What's wrong, Velvet?
Have you seen Eleanor?
No, I haven't. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to watch her.
Just read somewhere where there's more light. You'll hurt your eyes like this.
Aww.
Okay.
Aww, Velvet being so caring. Yeah. Dial aisle. Yeah, no. Aizen, I have to say, you picked the most wonderful place to watch everything. Ah, yes, we need a hideout. It's every man's fantasy. And now that I have one, I shall stand on a high balcony and gaze out over it with a discerning eye in silence.
Hey, you got any idea where Eleanor is?
No, sorry. I was having a meeting with Benwick and the crew about our search for Ifried.
Are you sure you're okay with putting that off? At this point, the Abbey doesn't have much reason to keep him alive. Wouldn't you rather look for him than Therians?
I know time is a factor, but we still don't have any decent leads. I think we need to stir up the Abbey and see what shakes loose. And who better to do that than you?
So this works for both of us, then?
Never fear. I'm still acting out of self-interest. Besides, Ifried won't die so easily.
He's a strong man. It'd take a lot to bring him down.
Yeah. I've never seen him flinch from a storm, no matter how choppy the seas.
Where angels fear to tread, as they say.
Probably some of that as well.
What are you talking about? Ugh. Magalu. I love you.
Hey, any idea where Eleanor went?
How should I know? I'm too busy to spare any time worrying about anyone else.
You look pretty distinctly unoccupied to me right now.
I am very
I'm
busy.
busy being
Yeah,
unoccupied.
exactly.
What?
It's simple.
It's serious
When you have
business.
free time, it means you're busy trying to avoid having any business to do.
You're too weird for this world, Magulu.
Says the woman with the world's blandest personality.
I always figured you'd be the type to take off as soon as things got hairy. So what keeps you here?
It's
I am
fun.
utterly, completely, totally, wholly devoid of anything else to do. Which is to say I'm
unoccupied.
Bored.
Right, now you get it. Besides, I have to stick around to see how our bet turns out, don't I?
Right. And who insisted on that bet in the first place? That's dark. Okay, yeah. Probably not this way. Alright, since this dungeon is huge, I'm just gonna ask, where's Eleanor? Like, I'm hoping she's just outside the main entrance or something, because that's close. But... oh, right, star on the map. That's right, they do these things. Oh. I see. Uh-huh. Okay, so... Wait. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, down... right, there's the door down there. Okay. Cool. How did I get that wrong? Gotcha. Okay, so it technically leads to that area, but I need to... okay. I need to go up from the... I need to get high up to get to the tower. So I was actually going the right way before when I was talking to Magalu. North Watchtower. Okay. Cool. That's right. I see Eisen has taught you well. So this is, yes. Alright, cool. Ladders are so big in this game. You've had a lot to think about.
There you are, Eleanor. Kamoana's worried about you.
Let's have a heart-to-heart.
You actually came looking for me?
I didn't want
Can't
to,
say no
but...
to a crying child.
Yep.
Indeed. She may be a Therian now, but deep down, she's still a lonely little girl. That's something I've come to realize in traveling with you all. Wretched demons and Therians, even the Malakim who I'd only thought of as tools, they all live and think as humanly as the rest of us. I was so clueless. I didn't know what demon blight really was, nor what the Abbey was doing. Through it all, I knew nothing beyond blind belief in whatever I was taught.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
The coward's path is not that of an exorcist. They may say, I didn't know anything, so I can't be blamed. I can't live like that. I think I'll stay here a little longer to cool my head off. Please tell Kamoana I'm alright.
Don't stay out too long. The sea breeze can get cold.
Is that you caring?
Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea.
No,
if you got sick or something, Kamoana and Laphicet would worry. That's all.
Of course, of course. After a scene like that, I would not be surprised at all if there was a pretty strong Velvet Eleanor ship. Because they are such opposites as characters. But they definitely rub off on each other. Help each other grow. That stuff.
I have something to say. There's something I've been hiding. Until now. I've been acting undercover on a special mission for Lord Artorias.
Way to go.
I was to watch over the Malik Laphicet and bring him to Abbey headquarters. So vital was the mission. I was to do whatever it took, even kill my fellow exorcists.
You were gonna take me to them.
I'm sorry for deceiving you, Laphicet. Originally, I was going to get you to lower your guard, then take you in. However, I no longer intend on following the Abbey's orders.
Awesome.
You're turning
officially
your back on
knocked mud.
Artorias?
No. I still believe in the sincerity of Lord Artorias.
Okay.
That
that's
the world
fun.
he seeks is one that will benefit all humankind.
But
nevertheless, I simply cannot bring myself to
Right.
condone the methods he has chosen to achieve
Okay.
that vision. So... I will help you protect the Therians.
Alright, cool.
Until I discover the answer I seek.
Eleanor!
Awesome. I love this as a character arc.
I want to live
And
a life
and
that
also
I don't
like
have
a
to be ashamed
perspective
of.
that she
And
hasn't
to do
completely
that,
turned
I
on
have to learn the
Artorias,
truth
like the
for
Artorias
myself.
that she believes in, even if she realizes that that might not actually be the
So,
person
you
that
live by your
exists.
emotions after all.
Maybe you found your own creed.
Welcome to our wonderful world of wickedness.
Wow.
Don't equate us! To act in opposition of one's feelings is to act opposed to reason.
You never make things simple, do you?
You should be glad I don't.
Yeah. After all, she's my vessel.
Aww. Yeah,
Yes,
and this
yes.
song in the background. I love it. I love it. This is great. This is great.
So, I think our next order of business is to find ourselves another Therian. Well, that's the extent of my insight. Anyone got any actual leads?
What if we had Eleanor swipe some intel on them from the Abbey? That could work.
I don't know.
It wouldn't work. Officially, the Abbey still considers her a traitor. So who would leak anything to her?
Yeah. Besides, we can't put Laphicet in danger like that. And anyway, Eleanor's terrible at being a spy.
Ungracious,
Yes.
but accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know
yeah.
that special underground cell from yesterday? I want to go back there. There's something I want to try out.
Really?
All right, let's go.
Okay. All right, so before we get into that skit,
Take a look at this.
I'm gonna send this off. Oh, cool. For silence. Sweet.
Scout ship setting.
So okay, I really love. Well, actually, no. I still want to listen to the music. No, that'll distract me. I really love what they're doing with Eleanor's character here because it's something where a lot of the times I find villains to be uninteresting in stories because I don't believe for a variety of reasons, right? You know, and it differs from villain to villain, but I want to buy the villain's convictions, right? Like to use Loki as kind of a nega example in like Marvel movies and stuff. In Avengers 1, there's that point where he kills Coulson, right? And then Coulson's like, you're gonna lose, because you know it's in your nature. You lack conviction, right? And that's kind of the depth of Loki, I guess, is that he tries to have conviction, but it's really something where he's lying to himself more than anyone else. But when you have these types of characters like Artorias that are basically the paladins gone bad, right? The idea of them just being like evil or whatever is so dumb and boring and lame and lazy, and it just, I hate it, right? Because there's a reason why these people get into power in the first place. Because they have very deeply felt convictions. And it does address a need, right? There are demons in the world. Artorias is helping deal with them. But at what cost, right? And as a result of that, you can't go along with it, and then they end up being the villain, right? But it's not because they don't have something to what they're doing. It's because they're paying a cost that is too much, right? That should never be paid. And because if they didn't have something to it, why would anyone follow them in the first place, right? If you think about it from a story perspective, it just makes all of the people that serve them, and especially if they're at the head of some, world-spanning or galactic-spanning organization or something like that, it makes everyone that follows them seem like chumps or idiots or whatever, right? And then where's the lesson that's being learned, right? There's no struggle even in the heroes of deciding to rebel against them, because of course they would, right? The only deterrent would be their own fear of getting killed or something like that, right? But there's no moral fortitude basically that needs to be brought into play there. And so the fact that like Eleanor has this arc, one, I just love it in general because I love that style of arc. But two, the fact that she finally gets to this point where amidst all of the denial and all of the there has to be some different explanation, right? She ends up coming clean to everybody, and she's like, hey, I was still serving him, right? But I can't abide what he is doing, right? I can't keep my eyes turned away, right? I'm looking at it square in the face, and it's not something I can stand, right? So I'm absolutely going to be helping you guys. But that doesn't mean that she completely relinquishes or turns away from the ideals that she had that made her follow someone like Artorias in the first place. And I love this. It's something that I love so much that I ended up working into battle lines, because Sol and Artorias are very different characters, but the idea of the paladin that goes bad, right? The person who deeply believes in what they're doing, right? And then ends up doing things that they absolutely should not be doing in order to achieve this goal, right? And if you have someone who's young and idealistic like Eleanor, she will absolutely follow someone like that, right? And even afterwards, it's not that she completely has changed her mind about her whole perspective on life. It's just that that doesn't line up with the people that she's dealing with, right? The Abbey that she believed in is not the one that actually currently exists, but she still believes in the idea of the Abbey. She still believes in the idea of Artorias, but the Artorias that she believes in isn't here, right? It might have just been a figment of her imagination, or maybe he got lost somewhere along the way. I would not be surprised one bit if at this point Eleanor's like, well shit, I believe in Artorias, and I believe that he believes in his own ideals, so I will try and, convince him that he's not actually serving his ideals, right? Because then that will cause him to change, right? It must. Because he isn't doing this for his own personal desire for power or whatever, right? He's doing it for something else. And so I love this conversation. I love the entire way that went, and it makes me really excited for the game moving forward. The fact that this does feel kind of like about the halfway point, people were saying that earlier in the stream, that's starting to make a lot more sense now, right? Because it's not just about the whole thing of, do we defeat Artorias, when do we defeat him, and when do we fight him, and all that stuff, right? There's these journeys for the characters that are happening alongside everything. And Eleanor, yeah, she has reached that turning point. But that doesn't mean her journey's over. A lot of the times I feel like stories will end things here or very shortly after this, right? She has a realization. Suddenly she's like, oh, okay, they were the bad guys after all. I'm going to fight them and defeat them, and that's it, and that's that, and it's done. That's not quite how it works. That's like, for similar reasons of why it's so hard for Eleanor to accept when she sees other exorcists doing the exact same things that she used to do just a month ago, right? Or, however much time it was, right? That's to say that it's just as simple as, and now I know that you're evil, therefore I will defeat you because you're evil, is to kind of discredit the journey that she had to go on to get there, right? If she were to have things become that black and white, if she were to completely forget the person that she was before, or not even the person that she was before, the perspective on life that she had before, right? Then that would kind of be discrediting the journey that she had to get here, and also the potential journey that all the other exorcists will have to go on when the truth of Artorias gets brought into the light, right? When they are faced with facts, when they have to look it dead in the eye and say, do I believe in this? Do I approve of this? Can I support this, right? And the kind of unfortunate situation is that because they're still in the environment in which they're comfortable, they're still exorcists, they're still part of the Abbey and everything, they probably won't have the forcing function to get kicked out of their hometown, their status quo, to go on their own hero's journey, basically, and realize, oh, there's something more going on here, right? And so in this case, we have our protagonists who are the chaos factor, right? They are the wrecking ball that shakes things up, that will hopefully make these people see the truth of the situation. But that's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, a magic button that solves everything, right? Eleanor had to be shown evidence time and time and time again. And the whole way until we got to here, she was like, no, it's got to be something else. It's got to be something else. There's no way that could be true, right? But eventually she comes around. And I feel like because this is a harder story to tell, or it's a story that takes more time to tell, a lot of the times, especially if you're dealing in like movies or something like that, this is why I really don't like when this kind of plot conflict for a character is brought up in a movie, because usually it can't be done well, because it can't be done thoroughly, because you've only got the 2 hours or whatever, right? In a TV show or a game, something like this works a lot better. If it's done in shorthand, it can come off as super cheesy and just and really miss the struggle that Eleanor's needing to go through that makes her feel like an actual person, right? That makes Artorias feel like someone that, because if Artorias, if there wasn't some part of us, the audience, that was like, oh shit, I could see myself potentially getting swayed by Artorias if I was in, say, a comfortable life where I didn't have to look at the ugly sides of the world and think about the ways that, these people that I was serving might not actually have the best interests of the people at heart. if you can't have that, or if you do have that, then great. Then you're able to empathize with the characters and put yourself in their shoes and everything. But if you don't have that, then they just kind of come off as a cartoonish, cheesy 2-bit villain, right? And then that drags down all of the other characters that are in close proximity to them. So this, yes, I love this. More of this. This is one of those things where, like, I had no idea that Eleanor was going to be a character going into this game, you know? I knew that Magilu would exist. I knew that, you know, Taliesin Jaffe was somewhere in here and he was great. You know, I had heard the names of Velvet and Laphicet, right? But Eleanor, she is way up there on my list of favorite characters for this game. Like, and maybe it's kind of easy for her to be there because her kind of story demands that she have a lot of time in the spotlight, you know? Rokuro doesn't exactly have as much excuse to, you know, have the story revolve around him, really, right? Because, you know, he wants to get stronger. It's a lot simpler, a lot more straightforward. And this is why you know, there's that writing mantra of break your characters. Because then you can have things like this happen. And it can be a balance to strike because, you know, I could totally see people being like, well, Eleanor's unlikable at the beginning because she's not siding with the protagonist or something like that. She's being unreasonable. She's being whatever, right? But taken into the course of the game as a whole, right? That's one part. That's just one part. And it's just the part of the journey that she needs to get through in order for her to really be able to come to this conclusion and realization. So, all that to say, basically, I love this game. I love the characters in this game. I love that in all of the action-focused aspects of this game, it can still do those really quiet moments with a kick-ass song in the background where it's just two characters talking and two characters that, you know, normally wouldn't be able to stand one another. But because of environmental circumstances and things like that, you know what? Maybe they're willing to, you know, give the other a chance, right? Feels very much like the Beauty and the Beast song, right? You know, something, then somebody bends unexpectedly, right? You know, the idea that they're like, because the story between Velvet and Eleanor is at its core actually a romance story in a way, or not a romance story, a love story, right? And maybe this is getting a bit too like meta with it, but the whole idea of the found family, right? That's a love story, right? Because you have these characters that care about each other, but, you know, whatever the situation is, right, there will be some conflict that tests their bonds, right? And then amidst that, they have to figure out what they're going to do, what they're going to choose. And showing the characters making mistakes, not doing things perfectly, all of that, that's what tells us that they're human, right? Otherwise, it just goes into, yes, you're an exorcist or you're a demon, that kind of thing. That's no good. So, yeah. I'm really glad I'm playing this game. But now, back to the actual game. Oh, sure, yeah, Malkuth, yeah. Eleanor could totally have been the protagonist of a game. Yep, she absolutely could have. Yeah, and in a lot of ways, like, because she's still the protagonist of her own story, but, like, the fact that it is this way is sort of just showing that the times are changing of what audiences want to see. A lot of the times they'd find Eleanor to be a bit too boring of a protagonist, or too unlikable at the early stages to really latch on to her, as opposed to what we have here, where it's, no, she's kind of optional. You don't need to care about her at the beginning, but we will make you care about her eventually. We will make sure you care about her. All right. Yes, and now skits.
Laphicet, I must offer you an apology.
What
Oh,
for?
yeah.
For spying. I was plotting to take you back to the
She
Abbey.
almost did. She didn't, but she was close.
It was your mission, wasn't it? Somehow I think I always knew.
You did?
Call it a hunch. Besides, Velvet was really suspicious
Yes, she
of you.
was.
Whenever you feel you're doing something wrong, you start to sweat a lot. It seemed odd.
How long have you known?
Ever since you became a vessel for me. I think Velvet knew too.
That's quite a shock. I failed completely in my role as a spy. It's pathetic. Shameful, really.
Well, I think it says something good about you.
That's right.
Someone who can't lie well seems like a better person than someone who has an easy time of it.
Thank you, Laffy said.
And then Magilou's just like, excuse me.
I wouldn't go that far.
What? It's been a while since we've seen you, Bienfu.
I was hoping you'd let me join in!
We're in the middle of something important. Please leave us be for now.
I'll be quiet. Just let me hang around, all right?
No.
Afraid not.
Bien! Madame Eleanor is a mealyhead!
She's a what?
Laffy said, thank you. I hope we can stay friends.
I hope so too, Eleanor.
Aww. That was sweet. Oh god. Oh god, that skit name has me worried.
Hey, Bienfu, I have a question for you. I know Magilou likes to call herself a witch and all that, but what is she really?
The obvious guess would be that she's an exorcist, but I don't think I ever saw her name in the roster.
That's not surprising. She is indeed a bona fide dark witch. I should know. I saw one night just how scary she could be. It's enough to keep you awake at night.
I'm picturing like an Yzma thing with like cucumbers on her eyes and stuff.
Above the bubbling magma sat a huge cauldron. Inside the cauldron, a blood-red liquid stickily simmered, boiling in the hellfire heat. When droplets splattered onto Miss Magilou's cheeks, she just cackled and licked it off, and she kept the cauldron boiling for 3 days.
Was she just making candy?
What was she making?
She was making candy.
Strawberry
Yeah.
jam.
What? What's scary about that?
I was just getting to the scary part. Instead of using sugar, she put in soy sauce, cooking wine, and liquor.
Soy sauce and strawberries? Is that normal?
You wouldn't think so, but that contrasted sweetness, sourness, and saltiness actually makes it taste great. Not that someone like you would understand the appeal. You have to have a refined palate like mine to appreciate it.
Really?
Wait, I've heard of that. You can boil things in soy sauce and wine to preserve them. When you do it with strawberries, it's called strawberry soup.
That's right!
Actually, strawberry soup has sea urchin and abalone, not strawberries. It's just called that because the sea urchin plumps up like berries. And it's not preserved either.
Really? Well, I had no idea. Wow, I really liked it too. I wonder if the reason she's never made it for me again is because she realized the mix-up. Now that I think about it, that's not the only thing I like that she made one time. Like durian jellies and the candied sweet fish too.
I think I see what's going on here.
What does the food she's made more than once taste like?
It's just normal stuff, like what you guys always have.
Okay.
Only a truly scary witch could hide that much cooking talent behind such plain-tasting food with no one the wiser.
See, yeah, I do not. Ugh. No, so one gamer, yeah, no, I get it, but like, I have worked in a candy shop that did damn good candy, I might say, right? All made there. Well, not all of it. Like they had some store-bought stuff, like, you know, gummy bears and all that, but like really good homemade candy. And at first I thought he was saying that she was terrifying because she got some of the boiling jam on her cheek and didn't wince, because that shit is hot and it's thick and it's got a shit ton of sugar in it and stuff, so it sticks. It's not easy to wash off, especially if it's something that has a bunch of butter like toffee or something. It hurts like hell. Hurts like hell. But no, it was just the kind of stuff that she was making, so, you know, okay. But yeah, like any kind of salty sweet, like salted caramel or whatever, I do not get it. I do not get it. Yeah, no, seriously, Malkuth. Yeah, it's like boiling tar. Yeah, that's... And it is awful. Like, So, yeah. But that's cool that Magalu can make candy.
I know this smell.
Yeah, it's Prince Percival's fragrant wood perfume. When I told him I'd never smelled it before, he put a little on my sleeve to try it out.
Aww.
I love the smell of the royal family's perfume. It's distinct, but not overpowering. It's made from Fandaria trees, conifers that grow in a snowy land.
Okay.
I've noticed that you and Velvet and Magilu smell nice too. Do you all wear the same perfume?
We do? We don't use that stuff, but maybe you're smelling the soap we use.
Oh, can only the royal family wear fragrant wood?
No. Some fragrances, including the Fandaria scented ones, only the royal family can use, but most don't have any such restriction.
If they all smell so good on humans, why doesn't everyone use them?
You know, I've never thought about that. Why do you
yes.
think that
Ask
is,
Eisen about cologne.
It's a bit complicated. To explain it right, I'd have to start with the history of bathing in Midgand.
I love it.
A few
that
hundred
far
years
back.
ago, people
Holy
believed
shit.
they would die if they took a bath. They were
Hmm.
so terrified of baths that they wouldn't even go near one.
I can't believe people would be scared of taking a bath. Why would that even happen?
They might drown.
Well, at the time, a deadly plague was running rampant, and people thought that it could be transmitted through bathwater. Bear in mind that this
Gamer
was
girl
all before
bathwater?
we had proper plumbing or techniques to purify water. People couldn't just bathe
Okay, that's
anywhere.
actually a good point.
Sewers like the one we used to sneak through Logres are a fairly recent construction, only around a century old.
Some people
I love
even
how he
thought
knows
bathing
all
at
this
was
stuff.
unhygienic.
Right. As bathing went out of style, the royal family started to use these fragrant woods.
Covering up their bad smell with a good one. Yep. As a result, their perfumes used to be far more potent, to the point where you couldn't even tell if it smelled good anymore.
But nowadays, nobody actually believes that bathing can make you sick, right?
As civilization advanced, plumbing became widespread, and baths themselves became much cleaner fixtures than they used to be.
And the fragrant woods fell out of favor because they were no longer necessary, right?
To the contrary, as the people gained prosperity, the perfumes became a popular display of wealth. The newfound popularity didn't last long, however, thanks to the propagation of a new disease. One that didn't transmit through baths.
Demon blight, you mean?
With the rise of demon
gotcha.
attacks, life outside the city walls became increasingly difficult. With fragrant woods now harder to come by, the perfumes once again became the domain of royalty.
Okay.
I guess that means that fragrant woods share a long and complicated history with plagues.
To cover up the truth of malevolence, the powers that be spread rumors of a demon plague, continuing their time-honored tradition of covering up one stink with another.
So, what do you think of the perfume? Do you like it?
Yeah, it smells nice. But I think I like the smell of soap better.
Huh?
But I don't use soap. I haven't bathed in the last 3 years. Okay, no, so peanut butter and sweet stuff, that gets a pass because, like, it's not really that salty. Of course, I don't consider any peanut butter that has anything other than peanuts and salt in it to actually be peanut butter. So, like, Jif and Skippy and all that stuff can go to hell, as far as I'm concerned. That is it's fake stuff. But that is, yeah, that is, I guess, an exception that I have for the whole salty sweets thing.
This island is so amazing! It's far away from any other people and has so much hidden stuff underground! It's such a perfect hideout! Just thinking about it makes me so excited to be here!
Yeah, I guess.
What's wrong? You were so excited to be here before! Don't be such a drag, Laphicet!
It's just that this used to be a prison. People were brought here to suffer.
If you're worried about how I feel, don't be. If I really hated this place, I wouldn't have made it my base.
That's fair.
Hell, I was imprisoned here too, but now it's the secret fort I always dreamed of.
All right, let's see
I
Eisen.
still haven't forgiven the guard who ate all those marron glacés I was sent.
I'll let the past be the past. What part of secret fort are you not getting?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it can't all be just for fun and games here either.
Yes,
In
go.
order to maximize the success of our future battles, we need to maintain and improve this base going forward.
This place
Keep it
seems
up.
sturdy as it is. Does it really need more work put into it?
All right.
Nonsense. This place was built to specialize in holding prisoners. We can make it better suit our needs.
What are you proposing exactly?
Well, I think we need to start with smokescreen generators. They'll be effective against intruders unfamiliar with the layout here.
Oh yeah, hell
Of
yeah.
course, afterwards, we'll have to clean up all the soot, but still.
No thanks.
I think we need something to put out fires. The fire at Helavies was really scary.
We have Malakim like you who could
Maybe
use water
kitchens
art,
and
so
bathing
if anything
areas
happens,
first.
you can just put it out.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
What we really need are some secret underground tunnels.
Yes.
If things get
Yes.
too hairy here, we'll need an underground escape route. We can put in hidden doors and even some fake ones to trick the enemy too.
I love you, Eisen.
We have two
I love you
separate
so
dogs.
much.
That's good enough.
No enemy is going to attack without taking both
That's
dogs
right.
into consideration.
Of course, secret
That's
tunnels for
why
an
we need to
island
build
could be kind of
underground
tough.
tunnels before anything else.
But we're on an island.
Yeah.
You know, surrounded by water. Where would these tunnels even lead to?
Isn't it obvious? We'll dig underneath the sea to another uninhabited island nearby.
But there are no other islands nearby.
If
We'll
it
dig
means
very
getting my
far.
tunnels, I'll build an island too.
Yes.
Are you listening to what you're saying?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And what's wrong with having some dreams?
Yes.
This is a great opportunity we have here. You guys just don't get it.
Oh
It's
my
okay.
god.
I get where you're coming from,
Mhm.
but they'll never understand. You might as well save your breath.
That's right. Oh my god, that was incredible. That was so good. Like, like this reminds me in like One Piece where you'd have the thing of like, oh yeah, all guys love mechs, you know, right? That's just a guy thing, right? And all of the male characters will just be like stars in their eyes as they're seeing Frankie in his new getup or something like that, right? But this, I felt that on a spiritual level. There is a reason why so many boys growing up will build forts. Because why wouldn't you, right? And yes, fantasizing about having a secret tunnel, absolutely, absolutely. And I love that Eisen, like, brings the spin with it of like, oh no, this is my dream. Like that whole shonen energy thing of like, I will do anything to achieve my dream. And my dream is having underground tunnels in this island. I will build a second island if I have to for these tunnels to go to, but damn it, we are having underground tunnels. Like, oh man, I dreamed about that so much as a kid. Like, figuratively and literally. Like, some of my favorite memories growing up were just building forts in, you know, the backyard or something with my brothers. And like there was a point where since we're basically just in Skitville at this point, there was a point where in our backyard there was the fence that like divided our backyard from like the neighbor's backyard, right? And we had like decent yard, all things considered, because big family, right? We kind of needed, you know, at least something to be able to run around in, right? Nothing huge, but, you know, like we had a yard, right? Because I know a lot of people just don't. But the fence ended up getting really rotted, right? And so it just, like, it was, I can't remember if it was like a storm that like knocked over a tree or something like that like kind of broke the fence up or something like that, or if they just took it down because it's like, we're gonna build a new one, but that never happened or something like that. But basically, my brothers and I were like, oh my god, this is perfect. We have a bunch of broken down pieces of fence, right? Like sectioned fence, like planks and everything put together, you know, probably like 6 feet high or something. Probably like 5 feet high, like when it was standing up and everything. And we basically just went out into the backyard with some shovels and dug holes and everything and like set up the fence things to make like walls and whatnot. It was so much fun. Like, oh, yeah. I went to a castle as a kid and was super disappointed that it didn't have secret passages. Oh, I know. Like, if okay, I kid you not. All right, we're gonna talk about dreams and stuff here and secret tunnels and things. Oh, one of the things that I have I've had on my bucket list for a long time is that I want to build a house, right? That I live in and all that stuff. To be able to like make it real cool and everything, but one of the main reasons that I want to build a house is so that way I can have like secret doors and tunnels and rooms and stuff, like, and just be like, hell yeah, like, yes, this bookcase, well, it can actually move, and there's a whole other room beside it, or something like that. Like, I don't, anyone who doesn't think that would be just a little bit cool, I feel like they've maybe died a little inside. They haven't kept their inner child alive, but yeah. Well, right, see, and that's the thing, One Gamer, is that you need to take the structural integrity into account, so, like, you know, you probably need to have, like, the engineers go over things and have public blueprints or something like that, or I don't know, but yeah. Wait, you've seen some that legit use a chessboard as a key? Oh, that is awesome. That is so cool. That is... Now, see, in Minecraft, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like, cause see, if I wanted a fictional, secret like hideout, I would just write a book with one. Like, and I'm kind of doing that. When Book 2 comes out, you will notice some similarities to Battle Lines. One of which is basically the hideout, because I absolutely love that, and hopefully I'll do a pretty good job of like exploring the hideout, because I didn't really do that much in Battle Lines, but like there is just something about, all right, here's this place, and this is our place, and no one necessarily knows about what's here and everything, but yeah, I just I love it. I love it. So Eisen, I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. I love that they went through all the impractical aspects of having underground tunnels on an island that's really far away from everything else. At first I thought he was going to say that like we'll have a port that's like a getaway port or something, and then tunnels that lead us to the port or something like that, so that like if we're attacked, we get to the port after the enemy's landed and, you know, whatever, right? But no, just build an island. Yes, you go. But all right, I feel like I'm kind of dicking around at this point. I'm you know, this might actually be a good place to call the stream. I feel like with that conversation with Eleanor and Velvet and the skits and everything, I feel like this really is a good point. Wait, I feel like you would enjoy the IRL Witcher school in Poland. Secret doors everywhere. Wait, what? What? That sounds awesome. That sounds amazing. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna call things here, but thank you so much for hanging out. I know a lot of it was like me talking and stuff and not as much like actually playing the game, but one of the reasons that I really appreciate the reaction schedule that me and Caleb have for things of like one episode a week and all that, and the discussion and everything, is because it gives me the chance to talk about the stuff that I find that I really enjoy when it happens, because I'm an external processor, and so talking about things is also kind of how I help discover my enjoyment and how exactly I feel about something, because then I can kind of like, you know, talk through my thoughts and see what I actually like, what sticks around, and what's you know, and no, I don't actually, I don't, you know, that thought that I had for a bit, nah, I'll toss that one aside. So having moments like this where it's like, okay, something awesome happens in the game, and then just pausing and just, you know, just kind of letting it sit and thinking about it and stuff. I love it. But yeah, we do a bunch of other streams throughout the week, all at 3 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday. Mondays we do podcasts, we talk about stuff and chill out, and you know, just, it's great fun. Tuesdays we do dramatic manga readings. We're doing Grand Blue right now. We are coming up closer and closer to being caught up with that, and that's going to be a very, very, very sad, tragic thing. But there have been some pretty steamy developments happening in there. We drink water and oolong tea and everything, and oh boy, we might be getting well, I'm not gonna spoil, but yeah, if you haven't checked out the Grand Blue manga, even if you've seen the anime or whatever, you are missing out. It is an absolute riot. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, Caleb is doing like in-between streams because he finished up Dark Souls 3. He's been playing through the Convergence mod, going back through for Dark Souls 3 because it like completely revamps the whole game. From what I've seen, it looks fucking awesome. So definitely check those out. If you haven't actually like tried out that mod, I highly recommend it. And then he's going to be doing Final Fantasy 14, I think, when the new expansion comes out. I think it's called Endwalker. But yeah, so there's that. And then of course Thursdays, gaming with me, doing Tales of Berseria. Tales of Berseria is the last game that I'm going to be doing for a while though, because I'm going to be taking a break. Hopefully get some more writing done, things like that. But yeah, so I will see you in the next one. But until then, I've been Jacob of Semblance of Sanity. Love you very much.